Hi everyone and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. My name is Chanel and I'm your reader every time you visit this channel. This reading is intended for the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. If you're watching for a Capricorn, you're going to want to reverse the roles because it'll feel as though I'm speaking to you about your Capricorn. Also, a side note, I'm not taking personal readings at this time, but I will be opening those up soon. So if you are on my email list, you will get an email. Also, you can check the community post section to get an idea of when that'll be because I will post it there as well. Next week, I'll be working on the no contact readings, so if that's something that you need, feel free to tap the subscribe button and click the notification bell so that you will know when I upload those. All right, let me just pull you some oracle cards and we will get into your message. Capricorn, I feel like there's something this month, a soulmate, something this month that you are trying to avoid doing is what this looks like to me. I think you're very fearful about making an impulsive decision. I'm seeing Queen of Pentacles reversed, King of Pentacles reversed, Queen of Swords reversed. It seems as though you're hesitating. There's a situation that I feel like you can't decide if you need to let go or if you should keep putting energy into. This is something that's been rather tumultuous. It seems like I think you're trying to decide whether or not you should do something new. You haven't quite given up on this yet, but you and your person, it seems as though you're mirroring one another because you're viewing them as the Nine of Wands reversed this month, and you're coming through with Nine of Wands reverse energy as well. So it seems like you're trying to figure out if this is really over, if this is something that you should keep trying to figure out. This could be a separation, or this could be you thinking about revisiting something because you got the future in the reverse. So whatever you had planned, it seems as though it's changed. But it also seems like you're having a hard time letting this go. So you're kind of stuck in this limbo where it's like something's over, but it's not. You don't know if you should go back and try again or if you should move on. You could feel as though your person has already given up on this. I don't think they have, though. What I'm seeing here is that they have not. Especially because smack in the middle of your reading for mid-month, you've got Ace of Wands. So it's like as soon as you get into a space where you're like, I'm letting this go. I have to start something new. I can't keep living this way, right? Geez, who is this Queen of Swords in the reverse? This could be a air sign. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius you're dealing with. Yeah, as soon as you're like, I need to let go of this, boom, it comes back around and you're stuck again. Yeah, judgment, second chances. Something about this situation piques your interest mid-month. So if you've been experiencing kind of a stagnant energy, I feel like that's going to dissipate mid-month. The difficulty here is that it's literally as soon as you decide to give up, or you decide that this isn't worth your time, or you could have better results doing something else with someone else, that's when all of a sudden this opportunity arises. Yeah. There's a conversation that needs to be had here, and I feel like that's the hard part, is that you're going off of what you see versus what you know. So it seems like perhaps the communication is not very good between you and your person this month, but by mid-month, it seems like there's some sort of opportunity to do something. So you might be meeting up with this person. Okay. If you're dealing with someone and you think that they're happy without you, I think this month you're going to find out that's not the case. It could be that this person is keeping this from you because it's almost like you think you're the only person that has feelings still, or you think you're the only person that's like having a hard time moving on. And then it's almost like you realize that the person you're interested in is not as okay as they're pretending to be, or they haven't moved on from this either. Ooh, very interesting. Because your person's energy, this isn't over for them. So even if you're thinking it's over based on the way they're behaving, that is not accurate. Let's see what this opportunity is. Yeah, Two of Cups, an opportunity to meet up, get together, get back together. You know, for some of you, this person is saying like, hey, I've been doing a lot of thinking. I miss you, right? I want to see you. But I think that's really hard for you because it puts you right back in this Eight of Swords energy where it's like, oh my gosh, I had just figured out that this wasn't going to happen. I had just made a whole new plan. I finally started to get over this. Now all of a sudden, boom, all those old feelings are coming back that I was trying not to pay attention to, you know, or that I was trying to process or get rid of, right? You had started to look at this very rational where it's like, okay, you know, this isn't going anywhere. This isn't something that I need to be putting any more intention into trying to manifest. And it's funny how that happens, where it's like, as soon as we release our expectation to the outcome, as soon as we get over it, right, there it is. It's ready for us to revisit again. Talking about the Eight of Swords. Okay, so the hard part about this situation is that old feelings will come back, but you're going to have a hard time knowing what to do because you may look at it as like this person trying to suck you back in, or you might be assessing the situation like, okay, maybe I should do nothing because it feels like every time I do something, this doesn't go anywhere. But then it's like, oh, this just reopens all of the things that it feels like you're dealing with. Like, if this person wanted me, why didn't they say something sooner? Why did they let it get this far? Why haven't they told me, right? Up until now. I feel like end of the month, the way you're ending this, it's a little bit up in the air, right? Because this is the energy of you thinking about the past with this person. You even got memories in the reverse. And thinking about all the things that didn't work, but you're still not turning your back on this. So it's like you're gone, and then you're back, and then you got one foot out the door by the end of the month. Yeah, you're really worried that what you're feeling by mid-month is temporary. Like it's just a honeymoon phase. This is going to go back to the way that it always is. I don't even know if this is worth investing in. I feel like even though you're very interested in this, you're not interested in being stuck, right? You're not interested in having to heal your heart again. Somebody could have even done something to you in the past where you were like, I just need to be done. This isn't in my highest good. End of the month, you're holding back, but you're also kind of excited about this too. I feel like you're going to have a wait and see attitude, but you're erring on the side of not wanting to get invested in this. And I feel like you're also keeping your emotions hidden from this person because there's almost an element of disbelief here. Like after everything we've been through, I can't believe you even still care. So it could be that you did something to them or vice versa. Maybe it was a tit for tat situation. Because it's like, wow, this person still cares. I really thought they would have been over it by now, right? But I feel like you manifested this situation. For some of you, you really wanted this. You wanted whatever it felt like the blockage was. If you haven't been communicating, it's like you were really hoping that this person would show you a sign. It's like that song where they're like, say something, I'm giving up on you. And then you get the communication you want. And it's like, oh no, I've already given up on you. But I feel like you're gonna take this with a grain of salt. You're gonna be very cautious about this. I don't see you moving towards this person, but I don't feel like you're gonna be moving away from them. You know, it's almost the energy of like, I would give this one last try. Oh, geez. This is tough. I feel like you and this person have a very passionate connection. You know, for some of you, it's like this is a situationship, or this feels like this is just kind of that one night stand that never went anywhere or never ended. And so it's like, okay, maybe I could make this work in the sense that like I can get my sexual needs met, but I need to hold back emotionally or energetically from this connection. Because I don't feel like this ever goes anywhere. So for some of you, you're deciding to show up for this, but it's like you're showing up in a different capacity where it's like, okay, you know what? I'm not even open to the idea of commitment. I'm not even open to the idea of being with you. Like, but I'll still sleep with you one last time, or I'll keep sleeping with you until I find someone that I really want, right? Or I'll keep my options open. Like my wants have changed in regards to this connection, you know, rather than worry about where this is going. I'm just going to view this as like a sex-based relationship. But I think that deep down, you feel like you won't be able to do that for long because there's a fear of getting your heart broken by this person. Very interesting energy. Let's take a look at what your opportunity for the month is, because I feel like as soon as you decide to move on after a period of not really knowing what's going on, that's when this comes back around. Let's see what your opportunity is. I think this person wants you. I think they've been keeping it a secret because it's almost like you both made the assumption neither one of you wanted this anymore, and so you've been trying to act accordingly. What's the opportunity here for Capricorn? The Star in the reverse. So you literally have an opportunity to be with someone or in someone's life, but not to heal the rift between the two of you. So it might be that you're like, I'm not going to have the big discussions with this person. I'm not going to get emotionally involved, right? I'm just going to, look at this as like, I'm single and this works for my life right now. But I kind of feel like how long can that last? I think that's something that you're really considering, like how long before one of us, gets in too deep or suddenly feels too many feelings and then we have issues like we had in the past. I feel like you're afraid of this connection, and so it's like, as much as it keeps pulling you back, there's also something about it that kind of repels you. But I feel like you have an opportunity to get this person back into your life. The difficulty here is like the two of you have, I feel like, kind of clashing egos. So maybe you're dealing with someone who operates a lot like you and you find that very frustrating. Maybe because like you're used to being in a dynamic where somebody really, really wants to be in a relationship with you and you don't want to be with them. Whereas it seems like the both of you are kind of like waiting for the other one to make a move in that direction, but neither one of you are doing it because neither one of you want to release your autonomy or your control over the situation. So, I mean, eventually this tower moment's going to happen because this is a fling that's gone on for too long. And I feel like intuitively the both of you know that. So it's like, it's going to get to a place where it's like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Regardless of how you try to be like, oh, I'm not going to be emotionally invested. Oh, this is just a good time, not a long time. You're both going to get into a place where you start getting irritable with each other because you're like, okay, this isn't like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Are we going to just have a one night stand for 6 years? Like, what are we doing? The tower is going to happen eventually. This is kind of like a Band-Aid this month where it's like putting a Band-Aid over a gunshot wound. Like you can patch this up with this person and kind of try to look at it from a different perspective. But I feel like that tower moment is going to come regardless because the two of you have deeper feelings for one another than you're willing to admit. And so I don't feel like this is something that you can just have a casual connection. You get what I mean? It's like eventually it's going to get to a place where it's all or nothing. But I don't feel like either one of you really want to be without each other. So you're going to have to go all in, but it doesn't seem like either one of you are willing to bend or be the first one to bend. Let's see what the obstacle is for you this month. All right. So that's literally what I was saying. Neither one of you are willing to like be the one to make the first move towards a commitment. You know, it's like you both have been thinking about it, but it's hard for you because you're both holding back. And I'm not sure why. You know, this could be like a twin flame. This could be an affair. You know what I mean? With King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles reversed. This could be that somebody had a horrible divorce and they're not ready to be in a relationship. You know what I mean? There's definitely a reason why it feels like you're holding back and they're holding back. But I feel like you're mirroring one another, right? So the obstacle is like getting out of your head. You know, in the past, you could have been betrayed as well. And so it's hard to think about like taking the first step towards a committed relationship, or perhaps this situationship started off rocky, or like when you were in the process of a divorce. For some of you, this is like you were separating from someone, or you separated from someone because of this person, or you met this person very quickly after. And so the hard part here is like, how do we get this started? Right? How do we get out of like, maybe the two of you both got out of relationships and you were sad, you know, and then met each other. And so you bonded through like your sadness or your trauma, but you never expected to fall in love with this person. That's what this is looking like. You're viewing this as something you're stuck. You want to be able to go, you know, you want to be able to still have your autonomy and your freedom. You view relationships as being trapped, but then at the same time, it's like you don't want to go and be without this person. That's a pretty heavy obstacle, you know, and I feel like communication is probably going to be key here. But the hard part is there's no cups, lots of sex, right? Not a lot of emotional availability. So neither one of you are speaking your mind. And if you are speaking your mind, it doesn't have anything to do with the way you feel. So you're not giving each other a lot to go on. And I feel like that's got you both making assumptions. So maybe be mindful of that. Let's see your advice. Come on. Where's my advice? There we go. King of Wands. All right, Capricorn. So this is talking about being a little bit daring, a little bit bold, right? King of Wands is the adventurer. He takes risks, but they're not stupid risks like the Fool in the reverse. These are calculated risks, right? He's not as worried about rejection because he has very good self-esteem, right? You're going to have to take action on this because I feel like the longer you wait, this is going to become more and more toxic to the both of you. So I think what you're going to have to do is figure out what you want. And then you're going to have to find the willpower to speak on it. I get that you're trying to avoid a disaster based on things you've dealt with in the past. Could even be with this person, or it could just be in the past you dealt with someone who was unfaithful, you know, or maybe you feel like because you started off as an affair with this person, or they were having an affair with you, and you're like, ooh, you cheated with me. So if I was with you, you would cheat on me, right? It could be that for some of you too. But there's a fear of being disappointed here. And there's also an energy of wanting to be able to still do what you want to do when you want to do it, right? And it's true, there are some things that would come to an end if you were in a relationship with this person. But I also feel like every time it seems like it's going to come to an end, one of you is going to reach out. Like, you're not going to let the other person go, even if you go without talking for a while. So I feel like now is a good time to figure out the direction you want to take, and then perhaps propose to this person that you explore your options, right? As far as where this situation can go. Even if you take it slow, right? It could be as slow as being like, well, how about we only sleep with each other and see where it goes? Or how about we start going outside in the daytime and having a date, right? I feel like the universe is saying that you may be less hesitant if you establish a friendship with this person in addition to your amazing sex life with them. But if you don't learn how to work with this person, this is going to come to an end. And I feel like that's going to be really sad for you, right? So it is safe for you to love, and that's coming out in the reverse. So I feel like whatever is going on with your life or where you're at, it's like you don't feel like this is a safe situation, at least not yet. Right? Because this is out, but because it's in the reverse, it's something that perhaps you don't even know about yourself, like that you feel like it's unsafe to love people. Your advice is open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. I think that you probably don't even realize that you feel unsafe. I think you're looking at it more like, I don't want to be told what to do. I don't want to be out of control. I don't want someone controlling me. All of that is kind of smoke and mirrors, because the reality of it is that you just feel scared. And that might not be something that you're used to. That might not be something that you even realize is an issue, right? You got unrequited love, and that came out in the reverse. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So I don't feel like the love is unrequited. I feel like the two of you pretend that you don't care. You pretend that you would be fine without each other, but I don't think that's the case. I think there's got to be a reason why you keep coming back to one another, right? Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So it could be that like you feel all relationships end in divorce, or maybe this person triggers you because they remind you of one of your family members, right? And it's just like too much, where it's like, oh my God, this person is just like my mom or just like my dad. If you have a family member that may have abandoned you, right? You could have issues around abandonment. And so that's why you're not available to feel safe in your relationships, or you have to act like you don't want people when you really do. Now, true love came out in the reverse. This is the romance of a lifetime. And the way I'm getting this is a hidden emotion, right? It's like you're not even allowing yourself to explore the idea of it, right? 9 of Wands, you're so used to being on your own, right? Or you're just waiting for this person to betray you, that it's like you don't even allow yourself to think about, what if this is my true love? What if this is my person, right? But with this King of Pentacles, I feel like this could go the distance if you wanted it to, right? So let's see what we got. Peace, 2 and 3. So this person could be upsetting your peace, right? Because you have to make a decision about where this is going. Wow. And then you got 32. So you got 23 and 32. I told you this, you and this person are mirroring each other. And look at this, 2 eggs. So it's like you both have your hard exterior, but inside you're soft and gooey. All right, I'm going to read both of these. We'll read this one for you, this one for your person, or whatever, however you want to apply it. But it's just so weird how this is like being mirrored, right? All right, so let's look at number 23. Essential meaning, freedom from attachment, radical acceptance. The Oracle's message, it doesn't get any better than this. A quiet mind, a heart fulfilled, freedom from want, and the soul's satisfaction. The way to peace is through radical acceptance. Everything in your world is exactly as it should be. Harmony is beautiful. Enjoy it. Relationship message. When two people are in true alignment with one another, they have an innate harmony between them. They are as two perfectly tuned instruments playing together. Sometimes it's impossible to tell who is who. Peace is yours and it is to be savored. That's what I was saying. Like, literally, you two are the same person. You reflect back to each other, right? And I think that's scary for you. Let's look at here and now. 32. Where are you? Here we go. Essential meaning, being fully present in the moment, living one day at a time. The Oracle's message, everything happens in the now, in the present, only this moment counts. You have what it takes to handle anything today if you let go of the need to look into the future or reflect on the past. Be present and notice what is going on right now. This very moment has the potential for you to create miracles in your life. Relationship message. It's easy to yearn for a love affair or friendship you may not have right now, one that is more romantic, more fun, more reliable, more passionate. The good old days are gone and a new day has dawned. Let your heart trust that you have everything you need right now, whether you have the relationship you desire or not. Tomorrow is beyond your reach. Yesterday cannot return. The now is all that is available to you. Stay present and aware that in this moment, as you cherish and approve of your beautiful self, you are a magnet for love. Spirit is madly in love with you right now. Did you know that? Turn to Spirit to feel the joy of love in the here and now. So I feel like your person, could even be that you feel like your person is the one pressuring you into a relationship and you're just like, why can't we just vibe, right? Or it could be vice versa. But I feel like one of you is way more open than the other. I feel like the issue, though, is fears around what could happen in the future and if the past will repeat itself. But this is crazy because you're both literally mirroring each other in such a way that you're putting this exterior on, like you don't need the other one, right? When in reality, it's like you do. But perhaps you just go about things differently, right? Like, I feel like for one of you, maybe you make the decision to plan your life. Whereas the other one, they just let things happen and then they make a decision. And so that could be like you're both very similar, but you deal with situations differently. So you're not seeing eye to eye, right? I'm going to take a look in the extended reading at your person because I want to get an idea of what they want, you know. This is interesting. I feel like this is like literally your other half because it seems like you're the same person. But I'm going to see how they feel about you. I'm going to take a look at anything they could be hiding and why they're hiding it. Let's take a look at what they're doing and what they will do. And I want to see what they want out of this connection. So I will put the link to that in the description box. And then I will put the preview after this video ends. So you can take a look at that as well. You take care of yourself if this is where we part ways. And I will speak to you again soon. Bye. But it's almost like you both have other things that take your attention away from the situation. But then because one of you is busy, then the other one gets busy to try to like keep themselves busy, or things just come up and then neither one of you come back to each other because you view it as like, oh, they ghosted me or they're ignoring me and I'm not going to be the first person to reach out. This person feels like they have to keep their guard up when it comes to you, but that's because they don't know where they stand with you. This person, it's like, this could be somebody who's like, oh, I can't be around people for too long, or I end up feeling like claustrophobic, right? I don't think that's exactly the truth. I feel like that's a defense mechanism. That's something that they say. But I think in reality, they really do want people to either chase them or to try to be in their space.